When I learned that East Alabama Health was already doing an event like this, it was actually excitement for me, because I said, oh wow, we can make this a bigger event, because they may have a bigger connection than we have in reaching people to let them know about the event, so that we have more attendees. Because it's a national day, you know, it's not just a day that we put together, it's a day where this is nationally recognized at the same time across the nation in different communities. And so I felt like the partnership with East Alabama was much needed. So definitely was on board and very excited to be a part of the partnership. I agree with what Laura's already said, that grief piece. So mine's a little different because my grief was related to my sibling, but it still goes back to grief, like having a place to go to, because in their case, they don't always have a gravesite to go to. So having that place to go to grieve, granted, it takes a long time to heal, but when you just feel the need to maybe go and grieve, maybe at the site where you laid your brick, and that's why I was so excited about the brick, by the way. I think that's important. Those small things sometimes that we don't think of that are very meaningful to people when they're grieving, that helps them cope. And I think this is something that will help them with coping and healing.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, we have people every year that come, and their loss that they suffered may have been 5 years earlier, 10 years earlier, 20 years earlier. But the grief is still there, and this is the one day of the year that they can come and remember and know they're not alone. That's the other thing, that with the community support and prayers of so many people surrounding this event across the world, even if you can't come, you can pray for the folks that will be there in attendance. And we also encourage people, if they can't come, to light a candle in their home, you know, to remember and to be a part of this wave of light. 7 p.m. Central Time, and will be the candle lighting ceremony. So I'm so excited for the partnership with Auburn University. I mean, that's been incredible. And so we're just praying that the weather holds and we have a lot of rain these last couple of days, but right now the forecast is good for Sunday night. Well, we'll have, there'll be prayers, there'll be scripture, there'll be some words of encouragement, words of comfort. There'll be a candle lighting ceremony at the end. It'll open with a bricklaying ceremony. There'll be reading of the names of the babies we've lost. It'll be a very sacred time and a very emotional time, but it'll also be a time of healing and hope.